What's going on, UFC fans? It's your boy Chris. UFC 254 this Saturday, October 24th, when two best lightweight fighters clash in an octagon. We got some fun fights in the main card. You know what that means, right? You guys know what that means. Time for some cash money. Let's get straight to it with UFC picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now,
welcome back. Let's start with the prelim headliner. I really don't do prelims, but it's a bonus for y'all. We got Tuivasa versus Stefan Struve. Fat boy versus tall boy. Okay, Tuivasa now trains at AKA gym, and Stefan, I had no clue he was still fighting in the UFC. Stefan is the James Vick of the heavyweight division. No joke, man. And you know what happened to James Vick? He got his ass got kicked out, meaning UFC didn't sign him. Struve's time is up, man. He's just a tall giant and gets dropped time to time. Actually, no, he gets dropped every time. I see Tuivasa knocking his ass out in the first or early second round. I think training and AKA is going to help prepare him well to carry Tuivasa into a victory. For someone like Struve, I really don't think you need AKA to do that, but you know what? You got AKA in your back. I think you're gonna do it. So moving on to the first fight in the main card, we all need our fingers crossed the whole week for this fight. They try to book this 3 times. Cutelaba got positive testing the last fight for COVID-19. Hopefully he's negative now. Hopefully he's all healed, and hopefully they actually fight this time. You know, first time they try to set this fight up, nobody gave a crap about this fight. Second time, nobody still cared about this fight. And the third time, which this is the third time now, everybody wants to see this fight now. You got to make this fight happen. You have to make this fight happen. Okay, if it does, I think Cutelaba is gonna win this fight. You guys could disagree with me. I know he's an underdog, and I know a lot of people are gonna go with Nurmagomedov because how the first fight went, right? Nurmagomedov was just throwing Hail Mary in the first fight. He was just throwing crazy ass kicks, high kicks, right? And then what happened? Cutelaba decided to play possum, and then refs thought he was hurt, obviously, and stopped the fight. Cutelaba, he got mad at that, but it's your fault, man. You can't blame the ref, right? Because the ref's there ultimately to protect you, right? And if he can't tell if you're playing possum, right? So don't blame the ref. Just win this damn fight, okay? But I guarantee you that Cutelaba's approach to this fight will be different. No more jokes, no more playing games, man. He ain't gonna take no more chances. He's not gonna give it to the refs. He's gonna come out strong to the beginning. And to be honest with you, this fight it was pretty hard to call. We really don't know what's going to happen, but we just know that Cutelaba is gonna just come out strong, and he's gonna just be game. He's gonna come out with game time. And Cutelaba took out a strong fighter like Khalil Roundtree. And then I don't know, UFC thought he was a hot prospect and threw in Glover Teixeira, and then Cutelaba got his ass kicked, right? And he lost. I thought that was too big of a jump. All of a sudden, Cutelaba is gonna get him down at one point and pour down with heavy ground and pound and win by TKO or KO. Second fight, we got Lauren Murphy versus Leyla Shakirova. Okay, who? Shakirova? Who the hell is this girl, man? Where's UFC finding these girls? We know Lauren Murphy because she's fought in the UFC. We know that she fought straight up booty fighters, but we know who Lauren Murphy is, and we know what she's capable of doing. But who the hell is Leyla Shakirova? I had to research her. She's a Uzbekistan fighter. She fought in China and Russia. She likes to take her opponents down and grind them out. When she stands up, she's very stationary. She doesn't really move much. She doesn't really throw combinations. She just throws one punch. Jabs all day. Jabs. I got Lauren Murphy to win this fight in any way possible. And plus, you know how I feel about short notice fighters. Shakirova took this fight on a short notice, and and she took this short notice fight on a UFC fighter. I really don't like it. I don't like this fight for her. I got Lauren Murphy. Although Lauren Murphy is 37 years old, but Holly Holm just proved me wrong. That age don't matter. So I got Lauren Murphy. She is 37, but she has the experience in the UFC fighter. So I got Lauren Murphy. But now, can we move on to a fight that we all care about? Next one, we got Jacob Malcon versus Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes' physique is like no other, man. You gotta Google him. He's a big ass middleweight, man. He's jacked up. He's a middleweight that has a wrestling background. He got power. He changes levels from time to time. He likes to mix it up. Phil came out strong in the Dana White's Contender Series, so we know what he's capable of, right? Jacob is a taller and younger fighter. He also got power, and his leg kicks are really good. I feel like Jacob's gonna try to throw down with Phil. He's going to try to throw down with Phil, right? Maybe even try to catch Phil with a slick submission. That's the only way he's going to win, I feel like. But I doubt that's going to happen. I think Phil is going to be too much for Jacob. Moving on, interesting heavyweight fight. We got Alexander Volkov versus Walt Harris. We know Volkov's last fight was Curtis Blades, and it didn't go his way. But that's because he had Curtis's wrestling to worry about. Curtis Blades, his wrestling is it's a handful, man. But for this fight, he really doesn't need to worry about any wrestling. He can actually fight his striking game. Walt Harris is a worse version of Derek Lewis. Yes, we know Derek Lewis won the fight against Volkov in the last seconds of the fight. But if you rewatch the video, Volkov was picking him apart. Volkov was picking Derek Lewis apart the whole fight. Volkov just got caught at the last seconds. It's unfortunate. It happens in the UFC. That's the fight game for you. Move on. The difference between Harris and Lewis is power favoring Lewis and speed favoring Harris. We know Volkov can use his distance and reach very well not to get hit with bombs. That's really important in a heavyweight fight. So he showed against Lewis and against Greg Hardy that he can take a punch and he can use his distance very well. Walt Harris is going to throw everything in the first round, like what he did with Alistair Overeem, and then he's going to gas out. Then Volkov will capitalize and win the fight. Finally, a fun co-main and a good co-main. We got Robert Whittaker versus Jared Cannonier. If you guys didn't know, Jared fought in the heavyweight division before. Now he fights in the middleweight. Here's a picture of the transformation. Pretty crazy, right? Crazier thing is that he still carries that heavyweight knockout power. Man, what a scary dude, right? But I still got Robert Whittaker to take this fight. The in and out game style that Robert Whittaker has is a great fight style against a strong, patient fighter like Jared. I feel like Whittaker's gonna catch him something in the later in the rounds. Whittaker doesn't really go for knockouts anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still has power, but I feel like he's more trying to pick his opponents apart and win by volume, shown during the Darren Till fight. And one key thing is that Jared Cannonier doesn't do well with oblique kicks, and Robert Whittaker has made that oblique kick, into his go-to move in every single fight, and that's gonna play a big factor. I'm just telling you that. Just a side fact, Cannonier's last fight was May 11th, 2019, so that's a long period of time he rested. Would that also play a factor into this fight? We'll see. We know it didn't play a negative factor on Brian Ortega. In fact, he improved like crazy. So let's see if that actually if that's a positive for Jared Cannonier. So maybe it'll work out better. But you know what? I still got Whittaker just by the fighting style. I do also believe that Cannonier is the biggest threat to Israel, just because he's calm and patient. He does a lunge forward and throw unnecessary shots. Whittaker and Cannonier is gonna be fun, so don't miss it, guys. I got Whittaker to win this fight. Okay, main event. Everybody's been waiting for this fight. Okay, two best lightweight lightweight fighters clash finally. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje. We thought it would be Ferguson and Khabib, but we all know that Justin poses the biggest threat to Khabib next to Conor. They're both very good wrestlers, just different styles. Gaethje is going to try to fight in the middle of the octagon, where he thinks Khabib's takedown won't be as successful, and Khabib's game plan never changes. He'll try to pressure you off the cage, level change, and work from there. It worked all the time in Khabib's previous fights, and I do believe that Khabib is going to pressure Gaethje back like all Khabib's fights. The difference is Gaethje is gonna stuff a lot of Khabib's takedown. I really do believe he's gonna stuff a lot of the takedowns. The key is if Gaethje stuffs X amount of takedowns for Khabib to gas, that's the only way he'll win. Gaethje's only possible win is to knock out Khabib or Khabib gets gassed out. But we gotta throw out gassed out part because Khabib never gasses out, right? And we really can't say he's gonna get knocked out because he never got knocked out or even knocked down, right? So I do believe Gaethje can knock him out, but Khabib always places himself where he doesn't get into trouble as much. Yeah, so he minuses the percentage of him getting trouble by maybe wrestling or just clinching or just grappling, going for the grappling game plan. One big factor is Khabib tends to find energy. He gets more energy when he sees his opponent gas out, and we have seen Gaethje gas out before. So for this fight, long story short, Khabib is gonna grind him out like all his fights until he gets tired, then find the submission win. Or if you guys are betting on this one, the safe bet for y'all will be a decision win by Khabib. There you have it. Make sure you don't miss this fight. It's gonna be really exciting. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell to get my newest videos and updates on predictions and breakdowns. Let me know what you guys. Let me know who you guys are rooting for and betting on, cause we in this together. Cash money all day. Stay safe, y'all, and see you soon. Peace.